The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run again with Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Breida, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They run for it with Breida. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give to Breida, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Henry Anderson there on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now it's Breida. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Nick Nelson. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll run with a former Bear and Eagle. It's Jordan Howard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Darnold.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Darnold on third down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Complete to Chris Herndon.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Down at the 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Third down.
Now it's Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Complete to
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. complete to Grant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check three, check three, check three.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Throw complete to Herndon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a timeout called here.
A gain of 2.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Today's final score.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to